Once upon a time, two Buddhist monks, a senior monk and a junior monk, were traveling through a dense forest on their way to another village. They walked in peaceful silence, their minds calm and focused on the journey. After some time, they reached a river with a strong current. To continue the journey, they would need to wade through the rushing water to cross to the other side. As they prepared to cross, they noticed a young and beautiful woman sitting by the riverbank. She looked distressed, for she did not know how to swim. Seeing the monks, she humbly requested their help, asking if one of them could carry her across. Buddhist monks take a vow of celibacy, which includes refraining from physical contact with women. The two monks exchanged glances, understanding the dilemma. The junior monk, mindful of the vows, politely refused. But without hesitation, the senior monk stepped forward, lifted the woman onto his back, and carried her safely across the river. Once they reached the other side, he gently set her down, nodded, and continued on his way. The younger monk followed, but he was in shock. He could not believe what he had just witnessed. His mind raced with thoughts of how the senior monk had broken the sacred vow. For the next hour, they walked in silence. The junior monk was lost in his thoughts, troubled by what had happened. Another hour passed, then another. His frustration grew until he could no longer keep his thoughts to himself. Finally, he turned to the senior monk and said, "May I ask you something?" The senior monk smiled. "Of course," he replied. The junior monk hesitated, then spoke. "I have been thinking about what you did at the river. As monks, we are not permitted to touch a woman, yet you carried her on your back. How could you break your vow?" The senior monk chuckled and calmly replied, "I set that woman down on the river banks hours ago, but it seems you are still carrying her in your mind." This simple yet profound Buddhist story teaches us of a powerful lesson about letting go and living in the present moment. How often do we hold on to things that no longer serves us? Past regrets, guilt, anger, frustration. These emotions weigh us down, just like the younger monk's thoughts. But no matter how long we carry them, the past cannot be changed. The only thing they bring us is suffering. Like the senior monk, we must learn to let go of what no longer serves us. Only then we can move forward with lightness and peace. So the next time you find yourself clinging to something from the past, ask yourself, have I set it down or am I still carrying it? If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content.